Coming up next, the season opener of AMSOIL Championship Snocross. The world's greatest snowcross racers battle on an extreme track from Spirit Mountain in Duluth, Minnesota. Next on CBS Sports. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to lovely Duluth, Minnesota. We are at Spirit Mountain, ready for round one of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, powered by Ram. The AMSOIL Duluth Nationals on tap for a wonderful evening of racing here on a spectacular track, an extreme track, ready for some of the best snowcross racers in the world. It all leads to this, ladies and gentlemen, but it began last night with something called the AMSOIL Dominator, a single elimination tournament that led to two racers running for $10,000.
This is something else. You know, he's got one lap to go. If Turcotte pulls this off, this will be a huge upset.
Turcotte to the outside, Tucker Hibbert to the inside, looking as they head towards the whoops.
Boy, Tucker charged hard underneath there, trying to sneak underneath. Turcotte did a great job to cover the line. Where do you want to be up here, Levi?
Tucker set up nice. He's on the outside. You know, Turcotte's really got to protect that inside.
He blocks it. Oh, the hill he goes. Turcotte off the track, and Tucker Hibbert down the hill he comes. Did that look like a clean move to you, Levi?
That one's up to the race director there.
Tucker Hibbert has officially been disqualified from that first race.
I was doing my best to hold him off. I went to the inside of the top. I knew he was coming, and I just heard another sled coming at me wide open, and you know, I held on for all I could, but he bucked me off my sled, and I just got down here, and the official said I was going on to the next round. So, man, I'm stoked. Yeah.
Tremblay up the hill. Cam doing everything he can to try to reel him in. Outside in comes Cam. Can't make it move.
Now it's a race down the hill.
Tim Tremblay, Cody Cam. Cam to the inside. Oh, what a race. Tim Tremblay by a nose.
About 33 hundredths of a second.
And we are racing for $10,000. It's Tremblay, it's Martin, it's Thompson at the top of the hill one final time. Around the corner and down the stretch he comes.
Can you say repeat? It looks like that's what it's going to be. Tremblay, your 2013 winner.
It's now your 2014 AMSOIL Dominator champion, Tim Tremblay. All I can say is, wow, what a great way to start off the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series season with that Dominator. Can you explain to the folks at home why there are three names in the bracket right there in the middle?
Well, the reason there's three names is because they took the losers from each semifinal and they matched them up head-to-head, and the winner from that went on to the back row of the final.
So we had three racers in the Dominator last night. My name is Chris Aki. There are three of us here in the booth. I'm here with Levi Lavalle and my cohort, Mike Schroeder, as well. Mike, talk to me about what happened last year. You were here for the entire season. A great season it was.
It was, and of course, you know, we take a look at the dominance of Tucker Hibbert. He was so strong. Out of 17 rounds of racing, Tucker Hibbert winning 15 of those. Everybody's looking and saying, when's he going to hit the magic number of 100 wins? It's going to be, I think, soon. But I'll tell you what, teams have worked hard in the offseason. It's going to be interesting to see how all these teams compare against the great Tucker Hibbert.
8 weekends of racing await those who accept the challenge of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram.
Green we are! Here they come! Look at Hibbert!
Bitter cold temps tested man and machine, but Tucker Hibbert had the body English to write a new page in the Snowcross history book with a record 85th win at Canterbury Park.
We're watching history extend itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the monster.
The Black Hills of South Dakota were the backdrop as the T-Train went from last to first and chugged to the checkers.
Going way outside.
Here we go. Tucker's got the position inside.
Bar.
Made the pass.
Made the pass in the air.
Incredible.
In Fargo, Ross the Boss was back. He mended from an early season injury and clawed his way back to the top of the box.
And the Boss is back.
Look
Ross
at that.
Martin takes the win.
Will Tucker Hibbert continue his reign this season? Is a healthy Tim Tremblay ready to challenge? Will Ross Martin enter the hunt along with youngblood Cody Cam? Stay tuned.
There you see Tucker Hibbert again, your 2013-2014 AMSOIL Pro Open champion. Alone here in Duluth, he's been on the podium 15 times. 12 of those have wins.
Unbelievable run he's on, and Carly Aplin's with the T-Train right now.
Thanks, guys. Now, Tucker, you've said in your own words that last season was your best one yet. What do you take from that experience?
Well, it was a lot of fun for sure. I mean, last season was definitely my best season yet, and you know, we were able to bring home the championship and the X Games gold medal, and you know, just the performance at the ISOC races, winning all but two of the main events was really awesome for us and the team, and we worked super hard. So you know, we're kind of looking back at what we did last year and what are the things that got us into that position, and focusing on, you know, trying to do more of the same. Not making too many big changes, just really focus on what we know works, and just slowly as the season progresses figure out ways to get better with the equipment and myself as a rider. So, you know, just more of the same, hopefully.
What are your personal goals for this season?
Well, my #1 goal is to win the championship again and to get another X Games gold, and beyond that, you know, just win as many main events as I can. I'm getting close to the 100 win mark, so I'd like to try to wrap that up this year, but you know, really just get the championship and just have a successful season is the main goal, and however that plays out, I'll be happy.
Good luck. Now, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Carly. Again, Tucker Hibbert just on a crazy run. Unbelievable numbers, Levi Lavallee. This guy is the Michael Jordan of our sport.
He most certainly is. You know, Tucker, he's been doing this for so many years and doing it so successful. It's just absolutely amazing to look at the numbers, you know. Being out there and to just be that successful for that long is pretty special to do.
95 National Pro Snocross wins. That pretty much says it all, Mike.
No doubt. Last year, of course, he surpassed Blair Morgan, who he raced with for a long time, which was a milestone. Of course, Tucker indicated looking for that #100 win yet this year.
It's time to go to break from AMSOIL's Duluth Nationals here, round 1 of the AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by Ram. When we return, it's time to race in Duluth. And we are racing in Duluth.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram Trucks, is sponsored by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, by Arctic Cat, share our passion, and by the U.S. Air Force, aim high.
Welcome back to Duluth, Minnesota. A record crowd on hand for AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. We've talked a lot about Tucker Hibbert, the defending champ. One of the guys trying to knock him off his crown is a defending champ himself. This is Tim Tremblay.
I can think of no other.
For Tim Tremblay, the race to a championship began close to 3 decades and 30 days ago.
Tremblay is tough when he's in front because he...
In early November, Tim moved from his home near Montreal to the northern Minnesota mining town of Aurora. Minnesota's Iron Range provides the perfect place to focus on becoming the world's greatest snowcross racer. No distractions and wide open spaces. Tremblay and his team began by building a sled from the frame up and finishing just in time for the first race of the season in Duluth.
But Duluth is, you know what, kind of a barometer of, okay, who's got the big boy pants on?
Snowcross is really tough on your body. You know, it's a 500-pound machine, a lot of pain all the time.
To test sleds, you need to create a snowcross track. Shearing pumps millions of gallons of water from a collapsed mine to make snow. His plan works, well, most of the time.
Oh, that was almost swimming weather there, wasn't it?
Meanwhile, Tremblay mans the groomer.
You have to be gentle with it.
Building a track he will test ride for at least 8 hours each day. This season, one of their goals is to maintain consistent lap times.
He's about 12 minutes into the moto, and I'm making sure that the laps are as fast as when he was 1 minute in the moto, and that's the key to winning at these races.
Tim won it all as a rookie. This year he's healthy, and the desire for another championship rages within his cool persona.
He's hungry. You don't have that burning desire to be the best, and he just loves winning and hates losing, just like me.
I think Steve, Sharing, and myself were a lot like each other because we really like to win, and we have lots of passion in the sport, and we're just getting crazy about it when we're not winning.
Tremblay so strong, takes the finish line, and the winner of the Dominator Cup.
You just saw how hard Tim Tremblay worked this summer. He is ready to work that hard here in this race. You can see him lined up over my shoulder toward the middle of the pack. This may be an advantage on this track because not only does he want to be first through the whole shot, but he wants to maintain momentum going up that uphill rhythm section because that is an area where these racers are going to want to pass. Back to you guys.
And let's take the GoPro lap of the day with Levi Lavalle. Levi?
Yeah, the weather here has been perfect. You know, we got 32 degrees, perfect racing conditions. As the guys take off this long starting line, they have a big rhythm section. If you're able to get through this clean, you have a great run at this step up. And once you get into that step up, that top turn is the one that is make or break on the first lap. If you're able to get through that clean without getting tangled, you usually have a good run on this downhill, which allows you to take the lead going into the starting line or into the finish line.
And here's how they line up for the Pro Open qualifier. Levi Lavalle, we just heard a lot about Tim Tremblay. He's ready to race this weekend.
Yeah, he's been working really hard. In any race that Tim's in, he's always one of the favorites, so I expect him to do very well in this race.
The other two drivers to really take a look in this heat, of course, are the Henches teammate Justin Broberg, Cody Camp. It's going to be a good heat qualifier.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go racing in Duluth. The racers are on the starting line. And we are racing. Pro Open on the track. Towards the dogleg and up the hill they go.
Boy, it looks like Broberg Cam again. Those two Polarises taking that whole shot out front. Yeah, Broberg in front, Cam following him right around.
It's Broberg and Cam around the dogleg and Big Aaron, and down the hill they come towards the AMSOIL finish line. It's a repeat of the first heat for these two. Broberg to the inside, his teammate Cody Cam right behind him, Mike Bauer right now in third, Tim Tremblay back in fourth. You see the whoops section right there as they head up.
You know, and as we follow these two guys up front, we talked about Tim Tremblay. Tremblay currently sitting in fourth. He's moved up at least one, if not two positions. He's only about a second and a half out of third place and about 3.5 seconds out of the lead.
There's Tremblay over the Big Air and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. Again, trying to make up plenty of room here as we've got 2 laps in the books, making that hard left-hand turn. We'll see if all that preseason workout pays off here as he's still got ground to make up here in this heat. There's your leader, the 158, the 168 of Justin Broberg. The 53 of Cody Cam, his teammate, was actually able to pass him in the first heat when they're in a similar battle. Let's see if he can do it again as they head towards the AMSOIL finish line. 3 laps in the book here in this heat.
Levi, I know you take a look at teams and sometimes the driver styles are a lot alike. When you take a look at Cody Cam and Justin Broberg, are their riding styles similar, or is there a big difference between the two?
There is quite a difference between the two of them. You know, Justin has kind of a little bit smoother kind of style, finesse-y type style, and Cody has just got this unbelievable knack of being able to just go wide open through stuff and hang on to it. So it's incredible to watch him ride. But that both of them are extremely fast.
Across the AMSOIL finish line, Justin Broberg, your leader, the 168. That hard right-hand turn, and up the hill he goes. About a 1.5 second lead over Cody Cam, continuing to be in second. Mike Bauer continues to be third, and Tim Tremblay still back in fourth. But your leader, a hard left-hand turn. There's the battle right there for third. You see Mike Bauer on the green sled. That's Tim Tremblay on the black sled right behind him, trying to reel him in as they hit Big Air and head towards that AMSOIL finish line. Is he reeling him in, Levi?
He is. He's catching up to him. He had a great last lap and actually made up a little ground on Mikey that time. I think the biggest thing is Tim is really getting through this rhythm section a little bit smoother than Mikey, and we'll see if he's able to.
Let's go down to Carly Applin, who's got a great vantage point on the track.
We are right trackside watching these guys battle. Tim Tremblay having a difficult start, but he is making his way through the pack. He has moved up, now battling for third place. We are going to keep our eye to him right now. For now, back to you guys.
And there you see it. Tremblay to the inside, Bauer to the outside. Bauer back inside of Tremblay. It's a drag race, and up the hill they come. There's your leader.
Yep, back up front, your leaders.
Justin Broberg.
He's still over Cody Cam, and he's about a second between those two. But, you know, you were talking about that battle behind him. It'll be interesting to see how that develops. There's Tremblay right now. Tremblay has moved up into third and gotten around Mike Bauer.
He certainly has, and there you go. Tim Tremblay, the number 11, has moved up once again to third place. A hard left-hand turn, and up the hill he goes. But there's your battle for the lead. The teammates, Broberg and Cam, in the same spot they were in before with 1 lap to go.
Now Cody, he was able to double over that section in the last one, but he wasn't able to last time. So we'll see if he's able to make it happen in these last couple laps.
To the inside comes Cody Cam, Broberg to the outside. Now we have 2 laps to go. Broberg to the outside, Cam looks to the inside. These are teammates. They will try not to run into each other, but it's all holds the barred right now.
Right here up at the top. Now watch and see if Cody is able to double this top one. He's been doing it the last few laps. He was able to double it, just not enough though to catch Justin.
Down the stretch they come towards the AMSOIL finish line. The white flag is in the air. 1 more lap. Cody Cam looks to the inside.
Boy, Broberg doing a great job covering the line. Cody wanted to try to rail around that corner as the way it's built up, but Justin taking and covering it, and that sled handling well through the corner.
Broberg really fast up that hill. Cam looks to the inside one last time through the dog leg, and big air over the Air Force flyaway and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. Can Broberg hold on? He will do it over the AMSOIL finish line. Justin Broberg beats Cody Cam, and holding on for third place on that number 11 sled, there he is, Tim Tremblay. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with an interview with your winner right after this. These are the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals from Duluth, Minnesota. Access all your favorite sports. Download the CBS Sports app now and get instant scores, breaking news, video, and more, all on your phone. Finish line, the white flag is in the air. 1 more lap. Cody Cam looks to the inside.
Cody wanted to try to rail around that corner as the way it's built up, but Justin taking and covering it, that sled handling well.
Trying to make up plenty of room here as we've got 2 laps in the books and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. Can Broberg hold on? He will do it over the AMSOIL finish line. Justin Broberg.
Justin Broberg, right out of the gate, you had that whole shot. How important is this start here on this track?
Yeah, you know, this start, you got to get out there, get a good hole shot. I think we got our sleds figured out. I mean, that's an awesome hole shot. And, you know, just pick smooth lines and go out there and put in some solid laps and take the checkered flag.
Good luck in the final.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Great job, Carly. Let's go to break. We'll come back with more racing live from Duluth, Minnesota. It's the AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. And welcome back to the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram, getting you ready for the Pro Light Final. Levi Lavalle, who's somebody you really want to take a look at in this, the Pro Light Final?
I'm really excited to see how James Johnstead does. You know, last year he was able to win this race, so I'm anxious to see after injury last year if he's able to come back and do the same.
A couple of drivers I'm going to keep my eye on. Jake Iango, qualified number 3 out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, coming off of ACL surgery last year, back racing this year. And of course, Andrew Carlson. Andrew ended up big last year, did not qualify well here, qualifies number 8. Gonna have to work his way back through the field.
2 rows of racers, 15 guys ready to go in this Pro Light Final. Let's go down to Carly Applin for more.
Thanks, guys. You know, a lot of these riders have pre-race routines. Trevor Layton, number 1 qualifier tonight, is no different. We found out from his team that before the race starts, right here on the start line, he has to give his mechanic, Josh, knucks before the race. And he said when he gets here, he doesn't think, he just hits the gas and goes. And whatever it is, it seems to be working tonight. Back to you guys.
Absolutely. You don't want to change anything at this point. He's been on a rail all night, Levi.
He has been absolutely flying in the Pro Light class. You know, number 1 qualifier, looks super strong, was able to pass Andrew Carlson, who was going super fast last year, ended up 2nd in points. So, you know, to be able to pass him, that shows that he's on it tonight.
It's in the starters' hands now. We're ready to go racing. Pro Light is racing in Duluth. The feature has begun. We've got a rider off at the top, but they head up the hill.
Well, what a group of guys all working their way up to the top as we watch those numbers intently as they get around the corners. Is that Kern? I think it is.
Travis Kern, the 201 machine.
Yep.
You are correct. Over the hill and down he comes towards the AMSOIL finish line to complete lap number 1. Your leader is Travis Kern, but Jake Ingove, the 177, is right on his tail.
Kern, as we indicated, a rookie in this Pro Light class, bumped up from Sport last year, looking pretty solid early on here. But, you know, we were used to racing about 6 or 8 lap qualifiers. We're going 14 laps now.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to hold on for this entire race. You know, 14 laps is a long time on that track and a long time to hit your marks perfectly.
Travis Kern, big air headed towards the AMSOIL finish line, but you see it right there. Jake Ingove begins to reel him in. He'll look to the inside in the last turn.
About 0.6 of a second between the two. It doesn't look like that. Look at, here comes Ingove right now. He looked like he was right alongside of him. Kern got out of the corner a little bit cleaner.
Looked like he spooked the leader a little bit by coming up behind him. Kern continues to lead at the top of the hill. Ingove looks to the inside. Suddenly, Elias Shell is right there as well in third.
Oh, and Shell just about off.
All of these riders all over these sleds as they cross the AMSOIL finish line. 3 laps in the books. Travis Kern, Ingove, here comes Elias Shell into second looking for the lead.
Boy, Kern has got company, no doubt about it. And like you said, Levi, hitting your marks is so important right now. He knows that he's got traffic behind him, but he's just really got to focus on what's ahead of him.
Yeah, you really have to run your own race. Not think about the guys near you, behind you. You just got to focus on, hey, I got to go forward. I got to hit my marks. If you're able to do that, that's the best way to stay out in the lead.
4 laps in the books. Travis Kern, Elias Shell again, very fast in the section. Elias Shell to the lead.
Kern went too deep, and Shell was able to get underneath. He's your new race leader.
Where did Elias Shell come from? He is your leader at the top of the hill on that 201 sled.
Boy, Elias is sure on rails right now. He's absolutely pounding his way through there. You know, one thing, I've been watching him through the whoops, he is absolutely railing. See, he's able to cut underneath Kern here and just rail the inside, while Kern kind of got hung up in a little bit of the fluff and was able to make the move.
Sort of looked like Travis didn't realize he was there till it was too late. We've got a new leader, Elias Shell, on the whoops, headed up the hill. Let's go down to Carly Applin, who's got the best spot on the racetrack.
We are watching these rookies dominate on the track right now. They're taking advantage of this uphill whoop section where they're maintaining their rhythm. That is so important to maintain up there because that prevents anybody else from making up that turn and taking the lead. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Carly. Again, great perspective from the racetrack. As your leader, the 200 sled of Elias Shell continues to lead, headed through the whoop section and up the track. A very fast sled as he hits that Air Force flyaway. Very smooth through that section, Levi.
He is. He's looking really smooth. He had a couple laps where he's pretty rough through there, but now he's able to find the line and absolutely pound his way through those whoops.
Big air for Elias. Headed towards the AMSOIL finish line, gets the halfway flags. Those cross flags means he's halfway to victory lane. Second continue to be Travis Kern. Moving into third, James Johnstead. We've got a sled down. That's
105.
The 105. That's Jordan Kraus. When you see those yellow flags, that means you gotta keep those tracks on the ground. He's past it now as your leader. Elias Shell makes that hard left-hand turn, heads towards the dog leg and about to get big air and head towards the AMSOIL finish line.
Watch them as they go around. Here we take a look at the course sled. You know, this is kind of a surprise right here. This is your #1 qualifier, and that, of course, is Trevor Layton. Levi, you pointed it out to me. He's running right now back in 12th place, really off the mark.
Yeah, he must have got caught up on the first, off the start. He must have got tangled up because, you know, to have him that far back, something had to have gone wrong.
Back to your leader. There he is, Elias Shell. That's the 200 sled. This is a guy that, for his first time ever in the Pro Light class, coming out here and showing everybody how to get around this racetrack.
Well, you know, he's another Warner racer, racing on the NSK variant sled, 16 years old. You know, this is kind of, Skidoo's kind of looking at him as being one of the new guys that's going to really be an upcoming racer. And, you know, they work with Warner, and does just an awesome job here on that NSK sled.
Yeah, and you know, And coming from Sweden, you know, that Warner is known for that. They bring in guys from overseas that are super fast, and they give them a chance here in the States. And you can see Elias, he's definitely proving that he's worthy of being in this class.
Across the start-finish line, 10 laps in the book for Elias Aschel. And let me tell you, let me say it again, we've got a sled down. That's the 154. That was second place James Johnstead. They're trying to get that sled off of him so he can continue to race. Second place goes down. Here's what happened. We'll see a replay. Just got off the course, hit a couple of hay bales, and he goes down.
Yeah, that's too bad. Once you get into the tough blocks, you know, you're very likely not going to be able to come out of them.
Let me say it again for you, all you fans listening and watching all across America right now. That is a 16-year-old from Norway that is in your lead right now. His name is Elias Aschel, and he is dominating right now in this Pro Light Final.
Boy, looking good. We talked about him racing with Warner Racing, sponsored by, of course, not only NSK Bearings, but Makita Tool. That kind of green-colored sled. Imagine that, Levi, 16 years old.
16 years old, and he's throwing down 2 seconds a lot faster than second place.
We have a new star in the Pro Light class, and he's showing us how to get it done with 2 laps to go. Elias Aschel is again his name. He's in the whoop section with 2 laps to go over the Air Force flyaway.
Gosh, at Elias at this time, it's unbelievable to think about, you know, being 16 in the big class like this and having such a great run. You know, such a cool thing for him.
There's your leader coming up on what was the 3rd place sled of Corey Watkinson. Dead in the middle of the tabletop at the AMSOIL finish line. The white flag is out for Elias Aschel, who powers around the outside, up the hill for the final time. Your leader, the 16-year-old from Norway, Elias Aschel.
Right now, he's just thinking, I got to stay on this sled. I got half a lap to go, and I'm going to have my first Pro Light win. So, I mean, you're just thinking, hold it together, hold it together. And if he makes it down this hill, he's going to have his first Pro Light win.
Over the hill for the last time to the AMSOIL finish line, your winner of the Pro Light class, Elias Aschel. 16 years old from Norway. Welcome to AMSOIL Championship Snocross. We'll take a break and come right back and talk to this 16-year-old phenomenon. That is racing the way you only see it on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram Trucks, is sponsored by FXR, world-class outerwear, and by GoPro. Be a hero.
Four laps in the books. Travis Kern, Elias Aschel again, very fast in the section. Elias Aschel to the lead.
Kern went too deep, and Aschel was able to get underneath. He's your new race leader.
Flags means he's halfway to victory lane. Second continue to be Travis Kern for his first time ever in the Pro Light class, coming out here and showing everybody how to get around this racetrack.
Well, you know, he's
have his first Pro Light win.
Over the hill for the last time to the AMSOIL finish line, your winner of the Pro Light class.
Elias, congratulations. This is your first ISOC win ever, a rookie in the Pro Light class. How does it feel to get this win?
It's so nice, yeah.
How was the track tonight? Tell us about the track.
Fun. Yeah, fun.
Well, we are glad he had a lot of fun. Again, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Carly. What a race. What a new phenomenon to happen here in Duluth, to watch a guy come out from Norway, 16 years old, and show everybody how it's done. We'll take a quick break and come right back. It all comes down to this. The AMSOIL Pro Open is next on the track from the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals. And welcome back to Duluth, Minnesota, the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals, round 1 of AMSOIL's Championship Snocross, powered by Ram. Getting ready for what we all came here for. Levi Lavalle, Tucker Hibbert is the guy to beat. Is there anybody out there that can do it?
Boy, if they plan on beating him, they better bring their A game, because Tucker has every detail of his program dialed in, so they better come out swinging if they plan to beat him.
No doubt, and he, of course, qualified #1, won both of his heats. He did not win the last final last year. He's hungry for another win. He's ready to go.
He's a special racer, and what else is special is the relationship between Tucker Hibbert and his father. Ross Martin trying to hold off the T-train, but he can't do it. Tucker Hibbert in the lead. Tucker Hibbert, your winner.
I knew right away, probably before I even realized it, that racing is in my blood, and that's what I was going to do for sure. As I got older and older, I got more fired up about it, especially the couple of years before I actually started racing. I really just couldn't wait to be old enough to race and wanted to be out there so bad. So I would just practice and ride at home and pretend like I was racing all the time. And, you know, just basically counting down the days until I could get out there and race myself. So I think from day one, I just knew that I was going to be out there, and I would just imagine these races in my head until I actually got to do them.
It's been absolutely great, really, that, you know, we never did have this scenario where we made this plan that we should go racing, you know, because I was racing and he started just coming with at a super young age, basically when he's a baby. And when he got a little older to where he wouldn't have had to have gone, he always insisted on going. He just loved being there. And it was always just a question of when will you be old enough to race, you know. He was always keeping track of that and letting me know when that was. So.
My dad's obviously had a huge influence in my racing and my life, you know, just always kind of being an example of how to work hard and how to win races, and everything that he's done and the success he had in his career, I was kind of there along the way watching. So there's probably way more things that I do or that have influenced what I do that I'm not even aware of, you know. But obviously the main things that he taught me are hard work and practice, and that you can never, you know, kind of give up. You just got to keep pushing and keep finding ways to be better, and that's important in racing. You have to keep finding the next thing always, because the competition's out there doing the same thing.
Wow, what a special relationship. These guys with their individual accomplishments and what they've done together. What a special team, what a special family relationship, Levi Lavallee.
It is pretty amazing. You can see the success that Kirk had in his racing career, and the thing that I really think helped Tucker was he was there to witness all that, to see how it was done, what he needed to do for Kirk to win, and Tucker has really taken his program and really took it to the next level.
Mike, we've been waiting for this all day long. We've seen great racing already, and it's time to get these guys to the starting line for the AMSOIL Pro Open Final. What a lineup we have on that front row.
Well, again, not only do you see Tucker Hibbert as your #1 qualifier, but you go through and look at some of the names and where they qualified. Names that pop out at me, of course, Corn Todd, a rookie in the AMSOIL Pro Open class, qualified #6. Tim Tremblay, we've been keeping an eye on him, qualifies #7. And, you know, there's some names back in that last row that we look at.
Let's go down to Carly, who's right in front of the starting line.
In the past, Tucker Hibbert has been notorious for difficult starts, but his team informed us that he has been working hard to remedy that, combining mechanics and body positioning. So watch him on the start line, because everything he's doing with his body is to maintain that sled on the ground for a great start, which is obviously so important. Back to the booth.
Thank you very much, Carly. And again, when we talk about Tucker Hibbert, let's talk about people like Michael Jordan. Let's talk about people like Tiger Woods. For you race fans out there, somebody like Richard Petty, this is the rider of his generation, Tucker Hibbert. You see the riders spread out across the starting line. We are ready to go green in Duluth for the opening race of this season. It's in the starters' hands, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And we are racing in Duluth. Through the dogleg and up the hill they go. A rider is off hard in the whoops.
Boy, Tucker not getting a good start again. He is back further. That's Corin Todd that is down.
Cody Cam to the lead.
Cody Cam in the lead. Kyle Pauline right next to him. And who do we got on the skidoo right behind him? I believe it's
Tim
Tremblay.
Tim Tremblay sitting in third.
Where is Tucker Hibbert? Nowhere to be seen. Cody Cam trying.
Sitting in sixth place. Sixth place is where he's at.
Cody Cam trying to run away and hide. Kyle Pauline right on his tail over the Air Force Flyway into the top of the track. It's Cody Cam on the 53. The crowd goes wild. Big air, and down the hill they come towards the AMSOIL finish line. There he goes. Cody Cam continues to lead. Right behind him, Kyle Pauline, Tim Tremblay in third, Logan Christian in fourth, and David Jonas in the top 5.
And Tucker Hibbert sitting in 6th. He's trying to make the rules around David Jonas. But, you know, we talked about that, and Carly talked about it. Tucker Hibbert does not always get the best of starts, and he got swallowed up right there.
Yeah, he definitely got pinched off. And you can see Cody and Kyle Pauline were able to get great hole shots, get out front right away. Corin Todd unfortunately went down and kind of slowed guys up.
It was mass carnage on the start, but escaping it scot-free was Cody Cam on the 53, and 3 laps into this race, he's got a sizable lead over Kyle Pauline, who continues to run in second. The lead right now, a second and a half as he hits the top of this track, Mike.
Now, the big thing is that this race is 20 laps. It's time to take and set yourself up. A racer cannot run this racetrack flat out for 20 laps. I know that, you know, if anybody probably could do it, it would be Cody Cam. But, you know, you got to pace yourself, get yourself set up.
I've seen this young man up close many a time. There's not an ounce of body fat on his body. He is in shape and ready to go. And right now, Cody Cam is dominating this race. A 2-second lead for Cody Cam. Levi Lavallee, tell me what it means for Cody Cam right now to be in the lead.
Oh, it's a big, huge confidence booster for him, and he's just got to go out there and do some solid laps. We got Carly Applin down there with a better view on what's going on.
We had the best view of Tucker Hibbert as he came out of the gate, and he, of course, did not get that hole shot. A difficult start for him. We're watching him make his way through the pack, and we know if anybody can do it, Tucker Hibbert can, but it is going to be a long race. Guys?
Nice job, Carly, and we talked about it earlier today. Tucker hadn't been getting great starts at all. It was going to be hard work to get through the pack in this final. Lots of laps to go. We're 5 laps into it. He's in third right now. There's Tucker Hibbert. The T-Train has got some work to do.
He certainly does. You know, he's got Kyle Pauline and Cody Cam ahead of him, but as we know, Tucker is better than anyone at moving through the pack.
It's a 4-second deficit from Tucker to Cody Cam right now, who continues to be your leader. We are 6 laps into this race. There's Tucker Hibbert. Great shot from our cameramen and women down there showing you just what the deficit is on the racetrack. There's your leader. Cody Cam, the 53, so much promise, so many great finishes. Can he hold on and win here in Duluth in round 1 of this brand new season? We're about to find out.
And the interesting that's going to be is, of course, if Tucker Hibbert can make up, get by Kyle and get up by Cody, there's a little bit of a story between those 2 drivers, too. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
What you got to hope if you're Cody Cam is that Kyle Pauline and Tucker Hibbert get into a great battle here, because that gives him a chance to run away and hide.
That's right. You know, if Tucker and Kyle get into a battle, Cody can hopefully stretch it out and kind of lead the pack a little bit. But you'll see as we keep going, we're going to be getting into lappers shortly.
We are 8 laps into this pro final, and let me tell you, Cody Cam is showing them how to get around the track. It sets like this. There's your leader, Cody Cam, the number 53. Into the screen is Kyle Pauline in second right there. Through the dog leg in a hard case, Cody Cam.
Last time it was almost 5 seconds between Tucker Hibbert and your leader. Now it's down to a little over 3 seconds. So they're starting to close the gap on Cody Cam.
You see Cody Cam already into traffic right there. That's Jake Scott, the 13th spot that he just passed right there. We're into lap traffic again. Carly Kaplan, a great view of what's going on right now for your leader. Carly?
You're right, Chris. Lap traffic is going to be a huge issue for Cody Cam. As you can see it, he's maintaining that lead. But make sure to watch as he is lapping these guys, because lap traffic is going to be an issue tonight. Guys?
Cody Cam over the AMSOIL finish line. That's 10 laps. We are halfway through this race. Cody Cam continues to try to run away and hide. It's Cam, Pauline, and Hibbert 1, 2, 3 right now. The story of this race from here on out is going to be traffic, Mike.
You know, you could take and use that traffic to your advantage too, Levi. Hopefully you get into a part of the racetrack where it's easier to pass lap traffic, and hoping that the people behind you get into that area front where it's more difficult to get around lap traffic.
That's right. You know, Cody was able to pick his way through pretty good, and we can see Kyle's actually gaining ground on Cody. I think Tucker is right on his tail, so this is going to be a three-way battle for the lead here shortly.
Around the corner and up the hill he comes. Your leader continues to be Cody Cam, trying his best to run away and hide on this round one of this brand new season of AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. The hard left turn into the dog leg and about to get big air is your leader, Cody Cam. We're talking about one of the crowd favorites. Talk about a divided crowd here in Duluth. The Tucker Hibbert fans going crazy as he races for second with Kyle Pauline.
Kyle trying to cover the line. They both go over the inside. Kyle looked like he was able to get out of that corner a little bit cleaner, put a little distance between he and Tucker a little ragged there. Last time it was 2.2 seconds between Tucker and your lead, now 1.6 seconds.
Right now what Tucker's trying to do is he's trying to take different lines. You can see him taking completely different lines than Kyle just to find a different way, because you know, like he always says, you can't pass a guy if you're right behind him. So you'll see he's going to be inside, outside until he's able to make a move.
A great shot right there of second and third. The battle right now between Kyle Pauline and Tucker Hibbert. Pauline right through the middle of the whoop section. Tucker Hibbert looking for a way. We've got lap traffic in his way.
That's your leader.
That's the leader.
That is your leader. Look at that.
Here we are.
Cody Cam with a bobble, and it's a three-way battle for the lead. Tucker Hibbert to the inside.
Throw a blanket over him.
Cody Cam, Tucker Hibbert into second, into the lead.
Now watch Tucker. Tucker probably try to rail around the outside, see if he can make up some ground on Cody. Didn't work there, but now Tucker Hibbert into second place, and you take a look at this, you got 6 laps left.
And there you go, he has done it again. Tucker Hibbert at the top of the hill, into the lead in AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. Not sure what happened to Cam, had a sizable lead, they were reeling him in, and suddenly Tucker Hibbert was there for the lead.
Right, looks like Cody's having a tougher time getting through that rhythm section. You know, really ended up pounding. You could see Kyle and Tucker both able to rhythm through it a little better, and I think it's just wearing Cody out. So we'll see if Kyle's able to make the pass on Cody here as we run down these laps.
Boy, and there's a lot of lap traffic in front of those guys. As you see the battle now for second place between Kyle Pauline and, of course, Cody Cam, who's currently sitting in second. Tucker's got a lot of lappers in front of him, and, of course, he does not have the best vision right now.
That's the thing. When you're into those lappers, you know, as good as Tucker is, you still have to watch what's going on. But here we see Kyle neck and neck with Cody.
He's off his sled.
They're together.
Second and third together. Pauline off his sled on top of Cam's sled. Their sleds are hooked together. It looks like at the skis. We've got to get them separated to see if they can continue.
Boy, and this isn't always the easiest thing to do either, Levi, to pull those sleds apart.
That's right.
Oh, and there they go. So, you know, when you take a look at the way they ended up, it was almost like, of course, Cody Cam may have gotten a ski in to, of course, Kyle Pauline.
So there's your leader, Tucker Hibbert, now a sizable lead. He starts to run away and hide. What does that do to second, third, fourth, and on back as we saw the second and third competitors get together? Tucker Hibbert continues up the whoop section. We are 17 laps into this final.
That's going to move Tremblay up into second place, but Tremblay is going to be back quite a distance. We're going to have to watch the interval here. With 3 laps left to go, highly unlikely that he'll be able to catch Tucker Hibbert, but that moves Tremblay up into second.
Tucker Hibbert across the AMSOIL finish line. There's your leader. That red number plate means he is your defending champion, and right now he's the man in the lead, the T-Train, Tucker Hibbert. Up the hill he goes.
We're still waiting for second place to come around, as that's how far spread out these guys are.
Still continues as far as we can see to be Cody Cam
Cody
in second.
Cam and Kyle Pauline, so they were that far ahead of the rest of the field.
But there's your leader, Tucker Hibbert, having no trouble in traffic right now. We are 19 laps into this race. The white flag has come out for the T-Train. Tucker Hibbert continuing to fight with traffic. Up the hill he goes for the final time. Looks inside of a lapper. And through the dog leg. Here comes Tucker Hibbert over the hill. And headed towards the checkered flag. Tucker Hibbert has done it again. Round 1, the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals goes to the T-Train, Tucker Hibbert. We'll talk to your winner, the T-Train, Tucker Hibbert, after a short break.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram Trucks, is sponsored by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics.
That is your leader. Look at that.
Here we
Cody
are.
Kim with a bobble, and it's a three-way battle for the...
But now Tucker Hibbert into second place, and you take a look at this. You got 6 laps left.
And there you go. He has done it again. It means he is your defending champion, and right now he's the man in the lead, the T-Train, Tucker Hibbert. And headed towards the checkered flag, Tucker Hibbert has done it again. Round 1.
Congratulations, Tucker Hibbert. A difficult start, but you were able to battle your way back. Walk us through that race and where you saw your advantage to get into first.
I didn't really see it. That was a wild race. You know, I had to just give it everything I had and let it hang out. And, you know, I felt good out there. The start was bad for me. I was really late on the light and got pinched right away, so I had to back out instantly and check up. But, you know, I was fortunate enough to get out in the lead group, so that made it a lot easier. And just kept hammering down. You know, my Monster Energy Arctic Cat Ram truck sled was working amazing. It's just, it's nice to get the first one out of the way.
Congratulations. Back to you guys in the booth.
Well, he's done it again, guys. Tucker Hibbert again wins here at round 1 of the AMSOIL Duluth Nationals AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series, powered by Ram. What a race. To catch AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram live, join us in Fargo at Buffalo River Race Park December 12th and 13th for the U.S. Air Force Snowcross National. For a complete list of race dates and air times for all races on CBS Sports Network, join us at snocross.com. That's SNOCROSS.com. Access all your favorite sports. Download the CBS Sports app now and get instant scores, breaking news, video, and more, all on your phone. For Mike Schroeder and Levi Lavalle, my name is Chris Hockey. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.